Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Alrighty, we're giving this a go. I'm still working out some internet issues, so I am hopeful that somebody logs in because I need you to tell me if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, and am I glitching any? So, my title, Where Have I Been and When Are Things Going to Get Back to Normal? Yes, indeed. We're hoping very soon. So, for any of you that have been joining me for a while, I have been having some severe internet issues. Not, that's wrong. I have been having some severe computer issues. My internet works perfectly, but there are some issues with my new computer that the kids sent me for Christmas that is causing a problem with this specific software. So if you are out here, I see I have a couple people on, and you can hear me clearly. I'm clear in the picture and I'm not glitching in and out. Will you let me know that? Because I'm trying to figure out my life right now. Hey Kim, hey friend, how are ya? I hope you're good. Um, oh, I see me. I look okay. I'm just trying to gauge my online presence right now because I'm still battling some issues with my computer. I do believe that I found a temporary fix to the temporary fix because now both my computers are not acting friendly with me. And so I've been trying to find an alternative to um, just not going live and filming regular videos, which that's very challenging for me because of the time factor. So if I'm able to do live at all, it very much helps me out way more than to film certain videos. So if I am a good yes, will you just let me know that via the comment area? If I'm going in and out, let me know that as well. Hey, ma'am. Oh, very good. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm just trying to gauge that. I have not seen that weird message that says you've lost internet connection or anything like that, which I have had in the past. And it's been about, on my one computer, it's been several months. I just need to take it over to the computer guys and let them look to tell me what the issue is and see if they can fix it. Um, The other computer was working just fine until I was actually gone for a few days and I took that computer with me. I should have left it at home. I never take it out of this house. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. So, anywho, while I have y'all on here, I'll go ahead and share just some little news that has been going on. First of all, back to teachings, right? So, I have not been doing teachings. I started June 1st with my 90 days no talk experiment. Well, I went up until the 18th, I believe, and haven't taught since then. The reason being is I was gone for 12 days and I did not have any internet that I could have done any live videos on at all. And so then I came back home and I was trying to work out my two computers that I have here. And I thought, okay, well, let me just try to get back live with those two computers. And they will not allow it. Right now, it's just a no-go for me. So then I actually am working on this computer, which is a whole nother computer. And it seems to be working okay for right now. This is just a temporary to the temporary situation. So I'm going to be getting back to teachings, my book teachings tomorrow night. Now I have to change the time because I have to pick up my son from work. So I'm going to be teaching at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard. I can't do 7 because that'll push me late getting him from work. So I have to push it to 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you're going to join me live, 6 o'clock, and if you're just going to catch the replay, it's not going to matter what time because you'll just watch the replay anyway. Now, for those of you who follow me on YouTube, I already posted pictures of this. We were living on borrowed time with our washing machine. The washing machine decided to go out a couple weeks ago, and it would not turn on. It had already done that before, but it would not turn on. And so I called out the appliance people to come and look at it. The guy who came was very nice. He said, "How much did you pay for it?" I got it as a floor model. It cost me about $500, $500 at the time, because it's been several years ago. And he said, "Well, the part you need is going to cost you $399. That's just the part." He said, "That does not include labor." He said, "If I were you," I said, "Yes, I know, just buy a new machine." Well, when he put the machine back together, it turned back on. And he said, "Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but it is back on. I knew we were on borrowed time." With that being said, it worked perfectly for the next couple weeks. And yesterday, it just totally went out again. And so I knew that there was no way I was traipsing myself back up into no laundromat trying to wash all the clothes that we have during the week. And so I, again, absolutely said I was not going to go to Lowe's again, because Lowe's wasn't doing Shakima right. Well, Lowe's is the only thing in my town. So I actually went into Lowe's yesterday. It was probably early morning, about 11-ish, 12. No, it's probably about 12 noon. Went into Lowe's because I'd already looked online to see if they had any sales. They actually had a doorbuster sale on a Whirlpool machine. Then they had another sale on an Amana. Now, we have an Amana dryer in there, but I don't really love the knobs and dials on it. It was the cheapest I could find at the time that I could pay for it in cash. So I saw the Whirlpool and I was like, okay, $498 was the deal. I went ahead and purchased the washer. So the lady was like, "Okay, well, they can deliver it tomorrow." So I bought it yesterday. They can deliver it tomorrow. Now, y'all know I was 30 days in with the dishwasher. True to form, I paid for it, and I kind of walked around to look and see, because every washing machine that I saw that was in a price range I could afford was had the agitator in the middle. Everything that was in my price range. I was not going far above $500 if I could stand it, because I'm still having to, pay off this money. So I got this one, but it was a 3.7 cubic feet versus, I think the Amana was about the same size, 3.8. But what that means is, if I look inside the washing machine, the capacity to me is very much smaller than the one we had before. Now, the one we had before had no agitator in the middle. It was pretty big, but it was a floor model. It was a return. Somebody returned it back to the store. For whatever reason, it didn't. They didn't want it on the first go round. So they returned it back, and that's why we got the good deal. We've always had an agitator before that last machine. And so I wasn't into, well, it has to have this, it has to have that. At this point, I just needed to wash my clothes. But the difference between the Amana and the Whirlpool was, I like those sensors better, and I like that it would show me the progress of the wash. I like that also it's a self-clean. But so anywho, they did come, they gave me a range of time. And it literally took them, from the time I got the text that said they were on their way until they finished, probably 15 minutes. Got it here, took it around the back of the house, brought it into the laundry room, took the old one out. Well, took the old one out, brought the new one in, hooked it up. I signed the paperwork, and they were out in 15 minutes. I mean, it was lickety split, no problem. With that being said, that was $658, right? Hey, ma'am, good to see you. Glad you're here. Now, within the last 90 days, I've replaced the dishwasher, I've replaced the microwave, and now the washing machine. So we're talking upwards of about $1,300 to $1,500 that has had to be replaced in a household where it's one income. and I'm on my summer months, which means no income coming in the house at all. But to God be the glory, because He's given us the ability to save. He's given us the ability to be able to manage the coins that we have coming in. And so that's just kind of where we are. I prayed, I said, Lord, now you know where I am. I don't need nothing else to happen here. But the washing machine is replaced. So those of you who follow my videos, you're going to see the old machine. Then in some weeks from now, you'll see the new machine. But since you're live with me tonight, you get to see that. Moving forward, it still looks like I'm doing really well. I don't see any glitches or anything like that on this side of where I am. So for the next little while, I'm going to be using this computer just in the evenings, because I think that's what I can manage with using this computer. That's not my computer. I am going to go live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for those of you on YouTube, it's going to be on my other channel, on my teaching channel, because I'm getting back to the teachings, the 90-day no talk experiment. We're going back to that for the next, it's going to be several days. And then I will be off for a few days because I've got some other things going on, or my time may change, right? So I can't give you a very set and specific every single night, because I am involved in a couple of other little things that I have going on. I knew it was going to happen, and I don't like inconsistencies, but I do like, for me, better being able to still go live when I can, versus saying, okay, I can't go because it wasn't at 6 o'clock tonight, or I can't. Again, consistency is best. But there's going to be a few days here and there where consistency will not be, that consistent time will not be the thing. So just bear with me. Please, please, please. Facebook folks, you all will be able to join me on Facebook, or you can go over to my other channel, which is First Love Ministries S. Wilson. Or First Love Ministries with Shakima Wilson. That's going to be on YouTube. So if you prefer that platform, I'm not doing it on my One Mom channel. I'm doing it on my First Love Ministries with Shakima Wilson channel, because I've already done this teaching on the regular channel before. So that's kind of where we are. I am into my health journey, still doing some health stuff. I am going to update you guys in a separate video about the health journey. Hey, ma'am, good to see you. Because there are some things that I'm still working towards, and some goals that I have set in place for July. I may actually be able to do an early morning video for that tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise, or I can do it right after I get back from church. I do want to encourage us, though. Some of us have made a commitment to our health, and then we've jumped off the bandwagon. Stop the wagon and get back on. Well, Shakima, I'm too far gone. Nobody's too far gone to be on their healthcare journey. It's a journey. Sometimes you have stops, sometimes you have starts, sometimes you just kind of have to, take a whole break. My body is hurting so badly. Every part of my body hurts, and it has been hurting every day that I work out. I don't think I hurt myself. I think I'm just pushing myself harder than what I normally would, because my body is stronger than it has been in the past. With that being said, I celebrated today a win for me. So the program that I'm using, and I'm just giving you a few highlights. We'll talk about health journey on a different video. So the program that I'm using, which is Summertime Fine 2024 with Sydney Cummings, I'm on day 50 of 65 days of working out. So she has these things called step ups. Typically, I use a small box at the gym that I go to. Well, I was at the gym when they called to say they were on their way, so I had to stop. I can. I just haven't had any time to stop myself. I'm always moving. Oh, that's good. At least you're moving. At least you're moving. I'm always doing things. So I told the kids, I said, tomorrow, I really just don't need to do anything. But tomorrow cannot be a day off, because my garden has to be, I've got to get my garden together. those 90-degree, 100-degree days absolutely decimated my garden, and we're starting over from scratch. But I do need to take time to soak my body. But the win for me. So I had to leave the gym to be here to make sure that everything was going well in the house. Sister was here, but I don't like my kid. She's a grown woman, but I don't like her home with servicemen in the house, and I'm not anywhere. If I'm close enough to be here, I'm gonna be here. So I said, well, let me finish. I got about 27 minutes of a 40-minute workout in. So I said, well, let me finish up this last little bit. It's not going to take me long. I went in the home gym. Now, Sydney does step ups on her weight bench. I couldn't get to the weight bench, which was behind something else in the garage, but I had a box that was taller than the weight bench. And I actually was able to step up onto the box and do my weights by stepping up on that box, which is way taller than the box I use at the regular gym. So even though it may not have looked pretty, it may not have been just like hers were, I was able to step up fully on the box, use my weight to drive, and then step down off the box and do it again, almost 8 times in a set. So for me, that's a win. But my body does hurt. And I really want to take a day off. I train 5 days weights, 2 days active rest, which I try to walk on those 2 days. So I'm actually literally working out 7 days a week. August 1st will be the 361st day, 65th day that I started this workout program a year ago. I said I'm going to work out every day for 365 days. That's August the 1st for me. August the 1st, 2025 will be year 2 that I'm starting the weight loss. It is what it is. It's not, I may not look a certain way that I think I should look, but I'm only a year in. Once I move into the second year, I should start to seeing results. I don't see the physical results I want to see right now, but I am stronger. I know that because my muscles are showing in different places. Where there used to be a lot more of me, there's a lot less of me in different places. And so I'm taking that as a win. Do I look like do I have 2-pack, 4-pack, 6-packs? I don't have any of those. I'm still walking around with a keg around my middle section, but I'm working it out every day. I blame that on the menopause belly. That's all I can't attribute it to anything else, because I'm doing my nutrition. I'm doing all the things I should be doing for this stage of life that I'm in right now, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes very good sense. So there's a lot happening. I'm almost, and I don't want to say I'm overwhelmed, because I don't get overwhelmed, but I'm pulled in a lot of places. I'm helping this person. I'm helping that person. I'm a listening ear for this person. And we've been off on the ministry for a month because I just had so many things happening. Titus 2 Women has been off. So I haven't even been teaching for the last month. And I go back to teaching next week. I didn't teach today. It was our last Saturday off. I'm telling you right now, I'm not exactly sure what this is with this menopause belly, but it is challenging my thinking, and it's challenging my life, because I don't love it. Again, this is good. I went to the thrift store the other day, went thrifting. I didn't get it. I got one shirt. And I was looking for some dresses because I have a pastor's conference coming up. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I can spend $5 on a dress, right? It's no problem. So I found a couple dresses from Shein. Now, because I have the minnow belly, I said, well, let me try a size large, just because I don't know how this particular outfit is going to fit. Put on the large in 2 different dresses. I am totally 100% not a large anymore. I am a medium, solid medium, and I still have minnow belly. And I just haven't figured out yet how to get it to do what it's supposed to do. But I think that's just because I'm in year 1 of the journey and I have to now just keep moving into year 2. Will I work out every day in year 2? I don't know, but probably yes. Something every day. 5 days of strength, 2 days of walking or bike or whatever. So I am going to encourage some of y'all who've been following me. If you want to follow the program that I follow, I'll tell y'all what that is. But I had to modify it for some of the ladies in my workout group. What I told them to do is if they would do one workout today, because her workouts go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, off Sunday. So Thursday and Sunday are active rest. So I told my ladies, I said, if you work out on Monday, take an active rest on Tuesday. Work out on Wednesday, take an active rest on Thursday, and do your walking or your biking or whatever, because the program that I use is very hard. Sydney is not for the faint of heart. You have got to get your life together. But if you take it every other day, you're going to train your muscles to get used to the workouts. Even though I had that win and I stepped up on the box, there was one exercise set. It was a forward lunge and then a backwards lunge on the same leg. Because I have some issues with my knee right now, I could not do that exercise with weights. So I did it unweighted, just body weight. I felt like I cheated a little because I know my body can handle more, but my knee has been bothering me for several days. I'd much rather dial it back and not hurt myself than to try to do it everything she's doing and then cause a permanent injury. I think I just, I've been moving too much. I actually think tomorrow I'm going to come home and just go to bed for a couple hours. If I put myself in the bed, I can rest. I don't have to do anything else until it's time for me to do my teaching at 6. We are under a tropical storm threat here in the county where I live in. Yesterday, it was Tropical Storm 3. Today, that heifer got a name. So it's Tropical Storm, I think it's Chantel. Again, we live in Hurricane Alley, or we live in Hurricane Alley where stuff happens. I have to think about everything that's outside, the greenhouse, all the stuff that's in the greenhouse. If we get tropical storm force winds, if it turns into a hurricane, and all of that. And I think the part that's just crazy to me sometimes is all of this falls on me. All of it falls on me to make sure that the kids are safe, the animals are safe. If we have to evacuate, where are we going? Who takes what? All of that. And that pressure sometimes can be so much. So not only is my body tired, but sometimes I can be physically, mentally tired. Like I just need a brain break. I think Shamika told me that today. She's like, Mom, you just need a brain break. Very true. So I've been a lot of places. I have a lot going on, but I'm thankful. For those of you watching, can you just let me know if it's been clear the whole time, if it's glitched in and out at all? I think we're going to be okay right now on this particular computer, at least until I get mine taken care of. Just spending almost $700 on the washing machine, that's not a priority for me. If I have an alternative, I'll eventually get it taken care of, but it's not a priority at the moment if I have an alternative. And this seems like it would work okay. So anywho, I just wanted to check because it's late and I really do need to go to bed. I have to have water. I haven't had my third cup of water. Okay. I have dialed my water back a little bit because Jackson is helping me a little bit with my nutrition stuff and he thinks I'm drinking too much water. So I was drinking 128 ounces or a whole gallon of water a day. I think I told him I would dial it back to 96 ounces, which is half my body weight. It's a little bit more than half my body weight, but that's kind of the metric that I was using. So I'm doing the 96 ounces of water, but I have only had 64 today. And I typically am done by now with water. But I'm going to get that in, no problem. So anywho, oh, thank you so much. I have family in Concord. I have family in Kannapolis. My kids and I used to live in Kannapolis before we moved here. So I do have family in that area just in case, but I appreciate that. That's lovely of you. Um, we have places that we can go. We typically will not leave. We can have a hurricane 1, cat 1 will stay. Cat 2, we might stay. A category 3 or above, we will evacuate. But a cat 1 we've stayed in before. I think Michael was a cat 1. But when Helene came, because she pushed out the other way, we stayed. And then Florence, we did evacuate and we were out for 10 days. So we will manage, or we'll keep track of what's happening. We've already been getting things like we're preparing for the storm and all that other. Oh, are you? Very good. I have family in Concord. Yep. And I was there not long ago, seeing some friends, very good friends of mine that I haven't seen in a long time, and it was good to go, and it was good to hug her neck and all the things. And I know her family would take us, and I have the kids have their cousins in Kannapolis, and we definitely can go there with no problem. They are amazing people. But that's always good to know that we have we have friends. I often tell my children, I said I have a lot of friends across the world, honestly. Um, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I actually absolutely do have different people I could call on if I needed to. And that's the goodness of God in my life. Anywho, y'all, I just wanted to make sure that all the things were good on this. I was praying. I said, Lord, you got to give me a solution. And the Lord was like, well, check sister's computer. But I know I put the same software on her computer. So I'm not sure that it would let me be great over there. But then Jackson allowed me to use his computer for a little while. So only for this. Oh, are you really? I taught in Cabarrus County as well. I did. I taught at Freeze and I taught at Northwest. And then my daughter went to Concord, my oldest. But we've been gone a long time. I've been here since 2006, so 19 years we've been here. But I started at Northwest. And then I went to Freeze and I was there for 7 years. What do you teach? Because they always looking for people. Send me an email because they always looking for people down here. It's cost of living it's up. I was telling my kids, my sister is looking for a home, and we actually went with her to look for a home the other day. And the same home that I have, less square footage than my house though, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, it's $170,000 more than when I bought my home in 2016. So just in 9 years, the price has increased to $170,000 more, and I have more square feet. So I'm staying here till it's time to go to my husband's house because I would be house poor if I tried to buy a house here now. So just think about that. We live in a very expensive county because of just the explosive growth. EC and they are always looking for those positions, and EC positions specifically pay a bonus. So go and look because they always pay a bonus here. We are very close to North Myrtle Beach. There's a tropical cyclone in effect, warning in effect for us right now. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm very thankful that the Lord helped me out with giving me. See, God always saying. I mean, honestly, I'm like a like job coach. I probably am in more like a coaching position now. I did 21 and a half years in the classroom, and child, let me tell you. And there's always something. Just be looking, right? Because it's summer, people are going here, there, and everywhere. You'll never know what's going to happen. So if I was you, I would just kind of keep my eyes open to see what's available, because something could come available. I don't know your situation, if it's an immediate thing or if you need time to work it all out, but there's always something that is available in this area, always. And they work with you. And again, in that EC, vein, they are willing to work with folks. So, anywho, I'm gonna get off here because of the storm that's coming. I want to make sure that my kids are straight, all is well, and I gotta get my water. All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Tomorrow, what I believe is I'm gonna just come up and do weight loss tomorrow early after church, and then I'll teach at 6. So if you're joining me for teaching, it's on the other channel. If you're joining me for weight loss, it'll be right here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye, everybody.